It was supposed to be a routine promotional appearance. British actor Tom Hardy, known for his intense performances in films like Mad Max, Fury Road, The Revenant, and Venom, was invited to The View to talk about his upcoming Netflix crime thriller. But what unfolded on live television shocked viewers and left the internet ablaze with debates and reactions. The tension began subtly. As the hosts introduced Tom Hardy with their usual warmth, there was an odd energy in the room. Joy Behar, never one to shy away from politics or hot-button topics, mentioned Hardy's recent comments in a British interview where he criticized what he called the performative outrage culture on both sides of the Atlantic. Joy, clearly unimpressed, asked sharply, "Do you really think it's outrage culture when people are just holding others accountable?" Hardy responded coolly but firmly, "Well, Joy, accountability is important, of course. But when people are being judged for something they said a decade ago, without any room for growth or context, that's not accountability, that's just public punishment for sport." The audience gave a mixed reaction. Some clapped, others remained quiet. Joy pressed harder. "But don't you think, as someone with a platform, it's dangerous to downplay what many call justice?" Tom leaned forward and said, "I don't downplay justice. I just question when it becomes theater. The internet isn't a courtroom, and sometimes people just want blood, not truth." At that point, co-host Sunny Hostin tried to ease the mood by steering the conversation back to Hardy's film. But Joy wasn't done. She fired off another question. "Tom, are you suggesting that celebrities like yourself should be above criticism? That's very convenient for someone in your position." Hardy visibly stiffened. "I never said that. I'm saying criticism should come with thought, not rage. And frankly, Joy, twisting my words doesn't make for good journalism. It makes for good drama. Is that what we're doing here?" The tension exploded. Joy, clearly offended, replied, "If you don't like tough questions, maybe you shouldn't come on The View." Hardy chuckled dryly. "If tough means biased and inflammatory, then yeah, maybe I shouldn't." There was a stunned silence in the studio. Producers were reportedly signaling to cut to commercial, but it was too late. As Whoopi Goldberg tried to mediate, Hardy stood up, removed his mic, and said, "I came here to talk about a film, not to get ambushed. Good luck with your view." He walked off the set as cameras still rolled. The co-hosts were left speechless, and Joy muttered, "Wow. That was dramatic." Aftermath. Within minutes, #TomHardy and #The View were trending across social media. Fans were divided. Some praised Hardy for standing his ground, while others accused him of being too sensitive. ABC released a brief statement later that day. Greater than, live television can sometimes spark unplanned moments. We thank Tom Hardy for appearing and wish him well with his film. Tom Hardy did not comment directly but posted a cryptic message on Instagram later that night. Greater than, silence often speaks louder than noise. Be careful what narratives you consume. Critics, journalists, and fans continue to debate the exchange. Some call it a cautionary tale of media sensationalism. Others say it exposed Hardy's discomfort with being challenged. Either way, it became one of the most talked about moments in recent TV history. The drama on The View was only the beginning. After Tom Hardy stormed off the set, the fallout unfolded across the entertainment industry, social media, and even among fellow celebrities. What had started as a tense exchange quickly spiraled into a full-blown media frenzy. Backstage chaos and security concerns. According to an unnamed staffer from The View, the backstage scene was tense and chaotic. Producers rushed to Hardy's dressing room, attempting damage control. A security escort was reportedly provided, not because Hardy was a threat, but due to crowding fans and paparazzi waiting at the studio exit. An insider revealed, greater than, Tom didn't yell or throw anything. He just said, "I'm not here for political theater," and left. But the crew was rattled. They weren't expecting that kind of walkout, especially live. Joy Behar doubles down. On the next day's episode of The View, Joy addressed the incident directly. She looked at the camera and said, "Greater than, let me be clear. We ask real questions on this show. If you can't handle that, maybe daytime television isn't your arena." The audience applauded, but it was clear the co-hosts were still uneasy. Whoopi Goldberg gave a more measured take. Greater than, "Look, sometimes people just don't vibe. It happens. We've all had bad interviews. Let's move on. Hollywood reacts. Within hours, Hollywood began choosing sides. Support for Hardy. Ricky Gervais tweeted, "Greater than, accountability is good. Public lynching isn't." Hardy was right. Charlize Theron, a former co-star, commented during a press event. "Greater than, Tom has strong opinions, but he's not a bad guy." These days, one disagreement turns into a trial. Support for Behar. Deborah Messing wrote on Threads. "Greater than, Joy is a legend. She asked tough, fair questions. If you're fragile, maybe skip the talk shows." Alyssa Milano added, "Greater than, women get called aggressive for doing what men call assertive. I stand with Joy." Public opinion split. Online, it was a war zone. Fans of Tom Hardy flooded Twitter, X and Instagram with hashtags like #Team Hardy, #Tom deserved better, #The View meltdown. Meanwhile, critics pushed #Joy Behar was right, #Tom Hardy thin skin, #Respect the View. YouTube reaction videos dissected every second of the exchange. TikTok edits of Hardy storming off racked up millions of views, often paired with dramatic music or meme captions. Tom Hardy's clarification interview. A few days later, Tom Hardy appeared on the BBC One show to clear the air. "Greater than, look, I don't regret walking off. I wasn't there to be disrespected or misquoted. We're all allowed our views, that's what the show's called, right? But respect goes both ways." He clarified he had no personal grudge against Joy Behar but criticized how The View often steers toward confrontation over conversation. The studio's final word. ABC finally released an extended statement. "Greater than, The View is a space for diverse opinions. We support our hosts and our guests, even when tensions arise. We wish Tom Hardy success and welcome him back anytime." Interestingly, Hardy's publicist responded with a short and pointed comment. "Greater than, we'll pass." Hardy's film, an unexpected boost. Ironically, all the controversy gave Hardy's Netflix movie a huge publicity bump. Streaming numbers spiked 40% the week after the interview aired. Netflix capitalized, slyly tweeting, "Greater than, we don't do drama. We stream it." Catch Tom Hardy in City of Wolves, now trending globally.